I was born in the UK in the suburbs of London from a Jewish background, and I knew from a young age that it was important to be Jewish, but I always was kind of wrestling in my mind with what is true and what is not true. Is God the God of the Jews only? And at times feeling guilty, knowing that if my parents were to learn of my interest, they would be offended. When I was 17 years old, I met somebody in a chat room, and she was a Christian from Virginia. She was the first person I was able to actually talk to in a comfortable environment who was genuine in their belief about Jesus. And the internet gave me an opportunity to talk about it and to look into it in a way that I just didn't have the chance to do in a personal way because I didn't know anybody. She told me about this website, and on that web page were Bible verses, and it was just explaining that without the death of Jesus and belief in him, my sin would have eternal consequences, but if you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe it with all your heart, you will be saved. As I just read those verses, I just believed it is true. Jesus was my Jewish Messiah. I do have quite bad eyesight. I'm partially sighted. In some ways it felt like my spiritual eyes were opened, and I was able to see the genuine person of Jesus, or Yeshua as his Jewish name was just as real today as he was 2,000 years ago. My wife is also a Jewish believer in Jesus. In fact, she's a third-generation Jewish believer in Jesus. She really kind of enriched my understanding of my Jewish identity, and as we've been married now for 5.5 years, my wife and I practice our Jewish ceremonies out of a sense of kind of excitement about being Jews, but that our faith is based in the New Testament as well as the Old. And we just actually had our son. He is 7 weeks old, Samuel, and it's very important to us that we raise him with an understanding also of his Jewish background, and yet we want to tell him about his Messiah. My encouragement to another Jewish person would be, respect your family, respect your heritage, but find out for yourself what is the truth. In Search of Shalom provides a safe and anonymous way to have some of life's most important questions answered. Maybe you're searching for real peace. Maybe you have questions about God. Whatever the reason for visiting this site, there are people ready to dialogue. Shalom.